Good evening. Welcome to an exciting show. And we're so excited that you're overcome, Deb, with excitement, aren't you? And Dave, Survivalist Dave, he's so excited, he's put a cloth over his mouth, hasn't he? Now, actually, people often ask, why is he sitting there with a cover over his mouth? Well, the reason why is he wants to remain, shall we say, anonymous. And
because he's proper dodgy.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Because
if you only knew.
The reason why is because it comes from Yorkshire. No. Oh, I'll let the secret out now. He's a Yorkshireman. No.
All right, Dave, we'll go up on him.
That's all right. Well, we got loads of people in chat, but first of all, we got a call out to do. And the reason I'm wearing a black tie is Sebastian Moran called before the show, and sadly, a dear friend of his has passed away today. Oh. So we gave some comforting thoughts to Sebastian,
Many condolences.
Condolences and that. He was a dear friend, and sadly, he's passed on. And I'd like to do a call out for myself, actually, because it was my birthday on the 4th of May. Oh. That was last Wednesday. And yes, I'm 23 now, plus VAT and quite a bit of mileage. And I share my birthday with Audrey Hepburn and Eric Sykes.
Wow.
They were on the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. And I used to have one of the best birthdays I've had for years, thanks to a group of people that stand at the park. Because normally when it's my birthday, my birthday cards are 0. So I've got these lovely cards. Look, I've got these. And I try and show them. I've never had so many cards. It was fantastic. Look, they're lovely. Look, a bicycle one. And we got another one just for you. I was going to pin them up at the back, but the camera wouldn't have got all of them. So, look, are they lovely?
Look at that
one. See, got one with a camper van.
Oh yes, that's my nice, kind of cab.
Yeah. And then we got that one as well. People are probably bored shitless now. So why do you show these bloody cars? Here we are. And yes, and look at that. A real fun guy. I thought it was going to get in the dark and throw bullshit. But anyway, another one with my bicycle, because I like bicycles. Yes. And super presents as well. I got one of these, a water container, because I'm always sucking water.
Yes.
Plus, and I think you'll be able to give this, Dave. What do you think that is? It's the water straw, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the Drink Safe Systems water straw. I'll be showing that tonight as well.
Brilliant.
Right, I got my one there. Plus, I got this lovely crystal.
I'm feeling left out now.
I love this one. Isn't that lovely? Nice crystal to calm me down. You see. And by the way, that Mozart at the beginning. I don't know about you. I think it's my favourite. It's yours, isn't it, Mozart?
I love that.
Plus, I've got is someone trying to tell me something? And a book that I can't actually show the title because I think it's.
Look at that lovely book there, The War Against Okie Dokie.
Oh, sorry. Accidentally flashed it, but it's I've done this than ask for it.
Yeah.
Plus something else. Now, when I'm drinking water, someone said, "Excuse me, is that piss you're drinking? Because it looks yellow." And the reason why, I've got a cup that's about 50 years old, and it's worn down a bit. It looks piss under the lights. But tonight, someone called Sue caught in this beautiful glass. I don't know if you can see it. But it's got actually Eric von Essex Fockham Hall.
Excellent.
So I'll be drinking out of this glass tonight. And it is water. See, so it's not. So here we go.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't look like piss anymore.
Everybody, this is from Sue. The book is from Sue. And I've got Joe who sent me something, and Kim especially, because what happened, I got a knock on my door in the morning, and it was Kim. Okay, so I was standing there, I was really scruffy. I'd had a shave, I hadn't cleaned my teeth. Kim said, it's happy birthday. And she gave me cards and loads of things like that. And people came around my house and posted cards through. They're nice. Yeah. So it's a happy birthday. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm really moved. It's fantastic. Thank you. Yes. Now, before we start, all right, Dave, if we go into chat, because we've got a loading chat.
I can't see chat because I've got no John helping, so there's no John here.
Oh, sorry about that. And also,
I can see chat, but I don't know if you can see me when I'm looking at the chat.
Well,
I'll try it now.
Okay.
I press chat.
Can you see it?
I can see chat. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Wow, it's weird that you can see me and I can't see me.
Yeah, there you go. He's got his eye on you.
And Yorkshire Deb and Sebastian, we're going to be moderators tonight. But unfortunately, I made the balls up. And
well, no, it's not you.
I can't find out how to do it.
Choo-choo.
So next week, Nick. So let's have a look who we got on tonight, shall we? My word. Please excuse me because I won't be able to read everybody's out because there's so many, which is good.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe Weeks. He said hi, Dave. So I'm just replying.
We got a new person here, V. Macrinon.
My friend.
Okay. Is that from up north? And then we've got here.
I've told him you're going to play my Fockham Hall advert.
We will do that a little bit later.
Hasn't seen it.
Kingston Whitler, that's nice. Yes. And he's written some very nice words here. So we've got anything knows. It says, Kingston Whitler, almost worked my way through all the past episodes now. They are absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for all the guests, because the show wouldn't be like it is. And everybody in chat as well. So thank you very much and welcome. I've learned a hell of a lot and had many laughs along the way. Thanks for all your hard work. It really is appreciated. Thank you very much. And then we got Joe. I think you know Joe. There's Joe Weeks there. And we've got this person. Don't know who she is. But anyway. And then we got Michelle Salisbury. Hello and good evening, Chris, Deb, and everyone. Good vibes. Yes, well,
Same to you.
And then we got Kevin Keener. So that's nice. Now we got loads of people saying hello to each other. So we missed this up. Go through here. Oh, hang on. Hi, Chris. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Then we got that we got here. Oh, hello. We got Bob Hollyoak. Hi, Chris, Deb, and Dave from the independent state of Warwickshire, isn't it? I think it is.
Warwickshire.
Yeah. We got Olef. Hello, Olef. How you going, mate? Okay. By the way, still haven't done your advert. Sorry about that, but it was my birthday this week, so you know.
Yeah, that's a good excuse. That.
Yeah, it's a bloody excuse that is. Then we got here. Hello, everyone. Can I be the troll this week? Yeah, why not?
Go on, Sebastian.
Sorry, mate. Sorry to hear about your friend. We really are. But we got some healing vibes going towards you. You see, so you feel you feel all right. Don't forget extra. Oh yes, don't forget extra flight pass. Do you know what happened?
No.
On Thursday, we was all sitting outside in a cafe in the park, and suddenly there's a noise, and bloody great aircraft and two jets gave a low fly past. And I thought, isn't that nice to fly over Fockham Hall? So, especially for me, I don't think. Yeah. But the timing was perfect. And hello, Joan. The Rose Quartz Angel is for self-love.
Yes.
You know, actually, it really is a super duper, isn't it? You know, it's lovely, isn't it? Rose
quartz. Very pretty.
Hang on, get that in the camera. Oh, it's a bit difficult to do it. That's in the camera there, like that.
Very pretty.
Right, now let's have a look. There we go. Yeah. Now we've got here. We got Dan MC. Oi, oi, Savaloy. Ralph Winter.
Hey, Ralph.
Hello, Ralph. And then we got, hang on, what we got here? We got William Jordan, This is Sue Jordan, not Bill. Hello, everyone. Keep taking the tablets because we understand. You know, we've got to be we got to be politically correct on this show, haven't we? Because we're on YouTube. So hello, Sue, but Bill, yeah. Your secret. Oh, by the way, quick flash. This is a lady that bought me a very, very nice.
It's lovely, is that? Well thought of.
So you could tell, and every present I wanted, it's brilliant. Every one. And see, it is water, it's not piss, is it?
That's good. It's always good to know.
Always good to know. And then we got here, what else we got? We got Joe. Oh, we got Stewie. Hello, Stewie. I'm new. Are you really new? Oh, hello, Mr. New Stewie.
Hello.
Welcome. Hello, welcome. Got Hatchy. That's all right. And then we got I think I'll be all evening reading these out. So I think you better, because people are saying with a bloody hell, we got Yorkshire Road from Canada. Hello from Alberta, Canada. Oh, that's the posh part, isn't it? Yeah. And how's your Prime Minister getting on? The band with a questionable father, maybe. Yes. But anyway, over to you. So who wants to start? What we're going to do tonight, we're going to speak. Dave's going to show off his 10-litre pack.
Yes.
Hello. Dave's going to tell us about because John's not with us tonight. He's on the Terps, I think. So he's out. So and then we got Joe in the middle. Yorkshire Deb's going to talk about a weekend she had, and then we're going to talk about a diet.
Yes.
But being very careful, very YouTube clean, what we say. So over to you, Dave, with your
in a new venue in Middlesbrough, where he's going to do a talk or a series of talks.
Oh,
so when we find out where it is and when it is, you might want to publicise it for him or something. Yeah. I don't know when he's doing it, but
certainly will.
It's going to be well worth going to.
Perfect.
Oh, brilliant. So, but that's up in Scarbados, isn't it? Somewhere around there.
Middlesbrough.
So, sorry, John. Oh, Middlesbrough. You're not on the Terps tonight, yeah?
He's doing it in Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough.
He's travelled north.
It's worth travelling for, though. So
brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that's good. So because he sometimes comes down south if his passport's in order, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But you have to spray southern repellent spray on him first of all, doesn't it? You know. So so over to you, Dave, with your 10-litre pack, because loads of people have been queuing up and keen to find out.
Yeah.
So
right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Hello from me. I'm very grateful that people actually are interested in the kind of stuff I do. So hopefully you'll enjoy this 10-litre pack survival kit loadout, which I've put together. And I'm hoping that you like it. And if you've got any questions about any of the items I'm going to show, then ask them in the chat. And I can't see the chat at the moment, but Chris will read the questions out.
Yes.
And without further ado, I'll turn the camera around and we'll get into it.
Good.
Wow. Hang on, he's gone off. Oh, here he is.
I'm still here.
We're still looking at you, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I could show them
right.
my cheap, crappy hoardle here a little bit later, which smells of dogweed with a hint of soiled nappy.
Right.
Smashing.
Yes, but I think Sebastian knows all about that because he got one as well.
Yeah.
Right, here it is. This pack was 66 quid when it was new, but I bought it for 3 quid.
Wow.
So it's well within everybody's budget. 3 quid. It's a really good make. It's an Osprey. Yeah. You can Google them. Everybody knows that they're the proper business. Now you can see that you've got my hand here for scale.
Yeah.
It's not very big and it's not very heavy. There it is at arm's length.
Brilliant.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what we'll do is we'll move it over to the table, and I'll start from the outside.
Yeah.
this outside pocket here has got this in. Now, I'll just, it's going to be quite difficult with one hand because I'm holding the camera, obviously.
Yeah.
The outside is one of these £1.25 folding nylon shopping bags.
Right, yeah.
So that's what was wrapped around this. Right? And this is the Drink Safe Systems Explorer water bottle.
Right.
And here you can see it nests perfectly in the stainless steel Dutch military issue canteen cup.
Yes.
Right. So it'll actually fit in the issue jacket pocket as well if you wanted to, but obviously I've put it on the outside of the thing. I've got a retaining string there in case you was running with it or you had to escape and evade something. This is never going to get lost. You can afford to lose the metal pot because I've got redundancy in there for this. Right. This is a pretty special piece of equipment. I'll just have to put the camera down while I unscrew the lid because it's a double-handed job.
Right.
Okay. Whilst I'm doing that, I can show this. I forgot. Did I show that?
Yeah.
I did. Didn't I? All right. Sorry, it's envious. He wants to cut. It just wants to come on the screen again, doesn't it?
Right. This is what's on the inside of the lid.
Right.
Now it's an heavy-duty, heavy-flow version of the Drink Safe Systems water straw. It removes bacteria, it removes viruses, it removes any kind of detritus, it removes chemicals, it removes odours, and it makes any pond water or river water, anything but seawater, it makes it safe to drink. Brilliant. So you'll just fill this bottle up from whatever water source you can get to, even if it's even if you're just worried about the hotel water in a foreign hotel, it'll make everything safe to drink. Now, if you pre-filter it by putting a cloth over the top when you fill it up, this will extend the filter life from 600 gallons to about 6,000. So it's going to last a very long time. Because it's part of the 10-litre pack, you'll see inside that it's actually stuffed to the top with this item. And this is...
yes.
This is the
I recognise
NATO issue scrim net.
Scrim net, yeah.
And you'll see that it compacts well into the bottle because it's absolutely huge. This has obviously got a million uses.
Yeah.
You can use it to catch fish. You can use it as a scarf. You can use it to camouflage yourself. You can use it as a spring net trap for ground animals. You can stick it in a high source of water, twisted round, and then it'll take suspended matter out and you can drip it into your cup, which will be on the floor below it. So it's a slow filter if you was to find any water that's coming out of a seep in a cliffside or anything like that. So it's got, it's got a million uses, to be fair.
Use it as a
so this is the first item. Here we've got a metal container, so you're able to boil water and you're able to filter water straight out of any source.
Can I just ask you?
Systems Explorer. Yeah, go on.
Is there is it like a replaceable filter in the lid?
Yeah, I've got a spare one for it, but I haven't packed it tonight. Yeah. The filters are 30-something quid or 20-odd quid. Right. And they just screw into the bottom of this lid here. This is the filter. It's removable. But it's a left-hand thread, so that you don't accidentally unscrew it while you're putting the lid on and off. Yeah. Once you've filled it up, you don't need to wait any time at all. You just remove the cap, lift the spout, and drink it. Brilliant. And it's instant.
And what's it called again, Dave? What's the
Drink Safe Systems Explorer Canteen.
Okay.
Obviously, this is self-explanatory. It's heavy-duty stainless steel. This was from the last time it was used. Stainless steel Dutch military issue canteen cup.
Yeah.
Boil water in it. I mean, you can also char material in it, so you could turn it upside down with dry rotten wood in it, or any 100% cotton material if you're in an urban environment, and then you build a fire around it, and you just allow the tin to heat up without any oxygen in it, and then it chars that material. And then after you've removed it from the fire and allowed it to cool, you drag it along so that you don't allow any oxygen in.
Yeah.
And then you've got char material which will catch the slightest spark and enable you to light your next fire really easily. If you can create some char material while you've made your first fire, you might have used some of your resources to start your first fire.
Yeah.
But it's called a next fire mentality, and this will enable that. So this is another multi-use item. Obviously, you can boil whatever things you forage in that as well. You could put your slugs and snails in there to starve them of food. If they've been eating toxic fungi, you'll just stick some dock leaves in or dandelion leaves for them to eat, and then after 48 hours, they're safe to cook and eat slugs and snails. So a metal container like this, massive value uses. We'll go back.
Off eBay.
Right, that's the first item. The second item is strapped to here. This is really simple. It's just a bag with a pair of Gore-Tex waterproof over trousers in it for weather protection. I won't bother unfolding them because everybody knows what waterproof trousers are. This here that's strapped on the bottom is a small bag, and we've got a compression strap here to holding it on this really handy loop.
Yeah.
And this is the ubiquitous shemag, which you'd use it for a million different uses again.
Yeah.
But one of the main uses is in conjunction with either the cup or the bottle. You open it out so it's either 1 or 2 layers thick, depending on what kind of water you're looking at.
Yeah.
And you'll cover the top and use this as a pre-filter, so that this massively extends the life of your fine filter. So you fill it up through this, and then it'll trap all the bits that's in the water, so any suspended matter.
Yeah.
And obviously this is a scarf, an hat. You can improvise a combat application tourniquet out of it with a stick.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just Google how many uses there is for that. And I know Chris has got one, so he'll fully know the score. And it's actually the same one as Chris has got. So, right, getting to this side of the 10-litre pack. These compression straps on this side, there's 2 of them on each side. And as you can see, I've got a net bag here with a 1 litre, it's a 1.2 litre stainless steel clean canteen water bottle.
Yeah. And
it's well strapped on because it's all designed not to get lost if you're either running or moving through any environment. I'll just put the camera down so I can unhook it for you and show it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fascinating.
It is. And also with Shemag, you get the British Army ones, but you can also get them from Palestine. There's one firm still making them.
Yeah.
I think
so.
I've got a
British Army one.
So here's the 1.2 litre clean canteen, food grade 416 stainless steel. This can have the lid removed and be put in a fire to heat that water up that's in there. So you can use boiling to sterilise water in that.
Yeah.
This is another redundancy for the other metal container. When I was saying, if one gets lost, you've always got another one.
Yeah.
2 is one is none. You should always have redundancy for things. This is one of the top makes. There's these and there's Nalgene's. I wouldn't really go with any cheapskate ones because they've got toxic welds in them, to put it bluntly. Right. And you'll note that I had it in this nylon net bag.
Yeah.
This serves the main function that it serves is because this is a smooth stainless steel. It stops it sliding up and down in these straps. Because if it doesn't matter how tight you tighten it up, a stainless steel bottle, if it's full, is going to slide downwards with every step and eventually fall out. Now we've got it anchored here, so we wouldn't have lost it. And it was also anchored through this lid loop, so we wouldn't have lost it. But again, double redundancy, so because you can't really afford to lose your container.
No.
And this also interacts with the Drink Safe Systems Explorer canteen, because you can fill this up with pond water and then squirt it out of there into here, which means you've stored another 1.2 litres of clean drinkable water, and then you can refill this again. So this means you've got 2.2 litres of water available in one go. Yeah. That's without having to build a fire.
Excellent.
And because we're in the position where we've only got a 10-litre pack, we can't really do much with the cover element of the 5 Cs, which is cutting, cover, cordage, containment, and combustion. Right. So, because we're relying on a Mylar bivy bag, which I'll be showing out of here, I've shown it before. It's a camouflage outside and reflective Mylar inside. You'd be able to heat this up and put it inside that Mylar bag with you. Yeah. Because we haven't got room for a ground insulative mat. You'd be using this as a really heavy duty hot water bottle, which if you put like near boiling water in it, it's going to heat the inside of a double Mylar bag up, like, you know, even on cold ground, it'll be 75 degrees inside.
Oh, wow.
So this is what we've done to make up for not having the space for an heavy duty sleeping bag, because obviously it's a small backpack. You can't, we've got limitations here. Right, that's it for the outside. And this pack was originally designed to have a water bladder down the inside of it, but I ain't got a water bladder because you can't clean them out and they're no good. So I've replaced that with a large packet of salted peanuts.
Oh, yes.
Now, this is a phenomenally dense source of protein, fat, and energy. It's just beyond belief the amount of calories that's in these. Yeah. And not just that, virtually every animal finds these irresistible. Yeah. Right? So I could probably turn 3 of these peanuts into 3 pounds of meat. Yeah. Because you can catch 3 animals, you can catch 1 per nut. So it's not just for directly eating, but you can fully furnish all your food requirements with nothing but some knowledge and a bag of peanuts. Yeah. So that's why that's been included. Going to the first compartment here, if we unzip it. Airtight matches, stormproof matches. These matches, if you strike them, you can stick them in water and pull them out and they're still burning. You can bury them and stamp on them, they're still burning. Brilliant. They don't go out. So that's that. Several anks of issue nylon braid here. These are perfect for engineering snares with your peanuts as the bait. Yeah. And obviously, with the other tools that I'm going to show shortly, you'll realise you can fashion your own fish hooks from ring pulls from cans in an urban environment. They make perfect fish hooks. Right. Ring pulls out of beer cans and things. Yeah. This is the issue Mosquito Headnet, which keeps bugs off you. It sounds trivial, but bugs can properly deprive you of sleep. Yeah, and it's a massive problem. In a high stress situation, you want as little as possible in the way of a good night's sleep. Yeah. So you'd put that on over your hood with your hood up, and it also doubles as an handheld fishing net. Yeah. If you want to catch fish with it, and this here is a saw. It's kept in a little Vaseline tin. Everybody knows where to get these from. Yeah. I'll just put the camera down while I open it, and I'll be able to show you this saw.
Wow, that's fantastic, isn't it? I mean, by the way, back to those Dutch Army stainless steel things.
Right.
I got one off of eBay. And they're pretty
Yeah,
good.
this is the heavy duty commando wire saw.
Ah, right, yeah.
Not to be confused with dirt cheap ones on eBay. This, you'll open it out and make a bow saw out of it with a curved stick.
Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief, you don't just put these round a tree and start pushing and pulling them like a lunatic, because all that'll happen is the chain will snap, the cable will snap, because it'll get overheated, and because it's been bent, it's subject to metal fatigue.
Yeah.
So you want it strung straight across a bent stick and used like a bow saw.
Yes.
So like a hand saw.
Yeah.
So there's that. That's definitely the most compact wood saw capable of taking down foot thick trees that I've ever seen. So that's why I've included that. Fits in the little tin. Just does what it says.
Very compact.
In here, next we've got this bag. I'll endeavour to open it. I apologise for this terrible handwriting. I ain't got anything to stand my phone on. You see, I'm not a professional filmmaker or anything like this. Now here we've got a load of Ranger beads.
Yes.
Right? And these are for measuring distance walked. You really need a measured 100 meters, a known 100 meters to measure your own personal stride length in order to tune this. Most people of average height and build will use 65 double paces to cover 100 meters. So you only count one when your left foot hits the ground. You don't count when your right foot hits the ground, and you count two when your left foot hits the ground again. So it's a double pace.
Right.
And every time you've done 100 meters, you move a bead. And then when you've moved 9 of them, you move one of the beads off the other end. So you've done 1,000 meters, and this can go on ad infinitum. And it's a failure proof method of finding out how fast how far you've travelled.
Yeah.
And on the end of the string, we've got.
It's interesting, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Got,
I thought about that.
Military issue escape and evasion compass.
Yes.
Now this is no good for shooting azimuths and doing back azimuths and things. It's a gross direction compass. Yeah. It'll only show you north, south, east, west, northeast, southeast, etc.
Yeah.
But it's designed to show you gross direction. You could improvise a bearing if you had a map and a pencil, but it's mainly an expedient field compass, and that's joined on the end of the Ranger bead so that it don't get lost, and this hangs around your neck when it comes to it. So that's that. That's just a Sharpie in case you have to write anything anywhere.
Yeah.
That's all there is. And this is just a piece of bicycle inner tube. Now you can cut it into little strips and it makes rubber bands to hold things together.
Yeah.
Or you can cut it into longitudinal strips and it burns in the rain.
Yes.
So you can light one end of it and it'll burn no matter what. Yeah. And it burns for a long time. So you can use it to start a fire with as a flame extender. It's just a bicycle in a tube. You can get them for nothing if you go to the bike shop and ask for inner tubes that's knackered.
Yeah.
So that's that outside pocket completed. Now, the main compartment here is firstly these.
Oh, never seen
now
that.
These are 30-year shelf life Solas One sterilized drinking water.
Right.
And they're from my 25-man life raft.
Right.
This is what's in the kit in a 25-man life raft. There's hundreds of them, but these hold like 250 ml of water each.
Yeah.
And we've got a few of them here. So there's another 2.
Yeah.
So we've got some water there, and there's another one to start us off with.
Well, that's
So
like
you can either drink it.
water
It's got a
altogether
tear tab on it. You can either neck it straight out the bag,
then.
or you can pour it in your bottle and save it, or pour it in your bottle and cook something in it.
Yeah.
Really, very handy to have.
Mm.
And here is our cover component. It's the double-sized Mylar Camo bivy bag.
Yeah.
It's a emergency sleeping bag. Not brilliant, but in conjunction with a hot water heater there,
Yeah.
it will keep you warm even in winter.
Yeah.
And it saves. I mean, the size of it. There's my hand for scale.
That's amazing.
This will give you the same survivability as an heavy duty sleeping bag in conjunction with an heating system, which is your bottle of hot water.
Yeah.
So this is how we've made up for the lack of room for a sleeping bag. We haven't got one, so we have to improvise.
Yeah.
Here, this is the US military issue poncho. It's just a big, massive 9 foot by 6 foot poncho, and it can make into a shelter, or it can be worn as a poncho. Yeah. And obviously there's the waterproof trousers there, so if you had to trek a long way through inclement weather, you're completely waterproof, provided you've got a reasonable pair of boots on. I'm not going to take that out because it's really hard to get back in these stuff sacks, but everybody knows what one is. You can look at them on YouTube. You make various different shelters with it. It press studs together to make an impromptu outer sleeping bag, which you could put outside this one, and you've got another layer. So it's all about layering if you're trying to keep warm.
Yeah.
And it makes into like an oblong sleeping bag with open ends, obviously.
It's amazing.
Further down inside the bag, we've got our toolkit. Now, last week, Deb was alluding to these multi-tools, which I was pointing out that they have locking blades on.
Yes.
So you can't carry them in Britain. Well, you could do, but if you had a reasonable reason to carry it. But if everything in this 10 litre pack is legal to carry.
Yes.
And I have my Swiss Army knife as first line kit, which is always in my jacket pocket. And in here, I've got. I'll just put the camera down so I can unzip it. Sorry about that again.
No, it's all right.
It's okay.
In here we have a mini toolkit, which is really capable. It's a very capable toolkit. Right, so firstly, we have the Canipex Cobra mini bolt croppers. Cobalt mini bolt croppers. Now these are a big force multiplying bolt cropper, but you can see they're very small. They're packable, and it'll cut anything you can fit between the teeth. It don't matter what it is.
Brilliant.
Hello?
Perfect.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, don't worry, mate.
Yeah, so this is the Canipex, and it is pronounced Canipex, by the way. Canipex Cobalt bolt croppers. This makes short work of chain link fencing, prison fence wire, barbed wire, razor wire. It just goes through it like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah.
It won't even slow it down. So in an urban crisis situation where you might have to get into somewhere to hide, and there's a chain link fence in the way, or you might have to get out of somewhere or cut through something, these are what you want.
Yeah.
And then to make up for the fact that we don't carry a Leatherman multi-tool, we have a Swiss Army knife, which is perfectly legal.
Yeah.
We have these.
Oh, yeah.
Canipex mini water pump pliers. Now, if you Google a YouTube video on these, you can clamp these onto any pipe, and a full-grown man can stand on that handle, and it won't slip.
Wow.
Right? They are expensive, but Canipex is the best money can buy. You press a button there, and this is the diameter of nut that you can get hold of. So you could undo anything, undo a nut, whatever you had to do. It might be on a vehicle. It could be something to access a gas pipe or anything you want. So Canipex mini water pump pliers, and then to make up for the lack of pliers on the Swiss Army knife, we have the Canipex needle nose combination pliers. Again, absolutely state of the art. These will destroy Leatherman pliers at any task. I don't care what it is. These are built. Canipex, best money can buy. The best money can buy. Don't matter what you say or anybody says. Everybody knows they're the best. And then here is a multi-cabinet opener, multi-water valve opener with a four screwdriver attachment here that goes on the end of it. So it's called a Silcock key if you want to Google them. They're cheap. Yeah, Silcock key. So it's for undoing public standpipes and water pipes and things like this, or meter cabinets, or it does lot. That's the toolkit, and remember it has to be in conjunction with the Swiss Army knife, which is obviously in a different kit that's in my pocket at all times. Now, getting back to the 10-litre pack. This here, I think we've shown this before. This is a piece of high carbon steel, and it's got a divot in it. Now this has 90 degree edges on it that are dead square, right? Yeah. So you can use this for shaving wood shavings with, so that you don't blunt your knife or your saw.
Yeah.
And this divot is for the top of a bow drill to make a fire by friction.
Yes.
And it's on a big long piece of 550 paracord, so you've got your cordage to build your bow and drill set. Excellent. With this. And this, because it's high carbon steel, will throw sparks from chert, obsidian and quartz, or any igneous rock that you find in a water course.
Yeah.
And obviously these sparks are quite cold sparks compared to a ferrocerium rod. But if you was to make char material with the method that I explained earlier with the metal tips, that char material will take the spark off this and a piece of quartz easily, and is easily blown into flame. And this is a phenomenal piece of kit, and it's just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what that's for. So back to the bag. Here we have the wind-up torch. Wind it up, it lights up. Waterproof to 50 meters or something.
Yeah.
Never runs out of batteries. That's what we've gone with for the source of candling or lighting.
Yeah.
Right. That's self-explanatory. Here in the next pocket, obligatory ferrocerium rod.
I've got one of them.
Yeah. Well, this here will also act as the best striker you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Right. This will throw showers of white hot sparks when used with this.
Yeah.
So again, it's something that works as a standalone item or in combination with another multi-use item.
Mine's got
this is the key. Yours has got a what, Deb?
Mine's got like a sparker attached to it, it's attached.
Yeah, like a little piece of an hacksaw blade, something like that.
Yeah.
Right, and here's the Drink Safe Systems water straw that Chris showed.
Yeah.
That's self-explanatory. You unscrew, you unslacken the end, and then take the lid off and suck the water up from whatever container you've got. Again, you should be wrapping a piece of cloth around the end to pre-filter it to extend its life. Yeah. But I mean, what a fantastic item. That's a pocket-sized lifesaver. Weighs nothing, fits in your pocket.
Yeah.
So, no excuse not to have one. In here, we've got high-tensile stand-up 1 litre water bag. When this has the top fastened, it rolls over and fastens with the built-in wires. People who do videos on these, you can stand on them when they're full of water and they don't leak.
Yeah.
So again, you've got a 1 litre container, and look at the size of it compared to this 1 litre container.
Yeah. Amazing.
So, I mean, obviously you wouldn't want to just rely on it. You'd want your steel water bottle as well, but this is an handy backup, a good piece of redundancy in case it all goes tits up.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not going to just pull another 2 of them out because we've already seen one of them. So that's it for the main compartment. Apart from, I'll just now this here, right?
Yeah.
Is an everlasting glow stick. You know, like these military glow sticks that you snap and they last 8 hours.
Yeah.
Well, this lasts forever. So I'll just, I'll not be a second. I'll just put the
hang fire.
I'll just put the camera down a second. Sorry about this.
Okay, that's interesting. The glow stick. I mean, this I'm really fascinated with.
I have one attached to my phone.
Really? Wow.
That little white bit that you can see inside, which glows. It's just like a really faint glow, but it works. And I can't remember next to that. Illuminate light.
Right, sorry about this delay. I'm just
don't worry. We'll feel because
my light torch from its housing.
Well, actually, whilst you're doing that, Yorkshire Rose has said, can you list the items in comments afterwards and the website if you bought where you bought them from? I assume that means.
Right, I've now charged the e-bike light up.
Wow, look at that.
I'll just detach it from the bag and then we'll go and turn the light out.
No.
I'll
tell you that. That's brilliant.
Yeah. I'll just go turn the light out.
Okie dokie.
There you can see
that.
That is incredible.
So
that's
it'll actually illuminate the area. There's John's cup hanger, and you can see it in the dark because of this. This is bright enough to read a map. You can see it's really heavyweight luminous. It's and this has been exposed to a torch light for a few seconds, and that's what you get from it.
Oh, I need one
and
of
it'll be like that. It'll be like that for 10 hours.
That's great.
You can even read by it. You can see how ridiculously bright it is.
You might attract Randy glowworms as well.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
I mean, you can even see it with the light on. It's that bright, but
it is.
It's a staggering piece of equipment, and
that really
don't get any other brand though, because I've seen other ones that don't perform anything like as good as these ones. So make sure you Google the correct one on eBay.
Yeah.
evike.com.
I've just written that down.
Right.
Actually, Dave, if you should be cutting in, Yorkshire Rosa says, can you list the items in comments afterwards and the website where you bought them from?
Yeah. I don't know how to do that, but I can text. I can compile a text message or an email with them all on for.
Thanks.
So if this viewer who's interested in a full list of them, if you want to get them to put their email up, I'll personally email the kit list to them.
Okay, that's very kind of you. I'll put it in comments below afterwards, and I'll do it because this shows up on YouTube the next day as well.
Right, that's about it for the 10-litre pack, right? But there's an extensive toolkit here for urban survival purposes. This bulb means that you only have to use a couple of seconds of your main flashlight, which here you can see is the beautiful Olight. This is a thing of beauty. I love this. And it's crucially, it goes in something similar to a very large cigarette lighter. This is where it gets stored. I'll just put the camera down and then I'll put this in here. Right, it goes in and it's magnetized in. and this holder charges the torch up.
Brilliant.
So this will charge that torch up 3 times from flat to full before it needs to be plugged into its own charger.
Right.
So it's a fantastic item to
Yeah.
have. I know that we've gone with the wind up, but again, you know, if one fails, you've got another one.
Cool.
Yeah. We've got a wind up torch and we've got an high end USB rechargeable torch to go with it, which is really high power as well.
Yeah.
Now, what I was saying is this 10-litre pack is to be used in conjunction with the things that I always carry in my pockets. Now, here's my knife sharpener, my ceramic and tungsten knife sharpener.
Fantastic, they are. You get them on eBay.
Here's that, and it's in a Ziploc bag, right? It doesn't need to be in a Ziploc bag, but this is another water container for the water straw.
Yeah.
If you had to fill this up with dirty water, you've got your water straw. This takes up no room at all. So I've included that.
Can I ask another question, Dave?
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think about dry sacks? You know, the ones that they're waterproof and you turn them down and clip them together?
Yeah, they're excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good. Apart from they are big, and
I've got
the handles are not fit to hold the weight if you use them to carry water.
Yeah.
The top will just rip off. I've tried that, and it just rips off. Now in my other pocket, here's a
emergency blanket.
Mylar emergency blanket. Again, we've got the Mylar sleeping bag, the double sleeping bag, but you can use this as a secondary cover if anything happens to your other one. So again, it's got built-in redundancy, and everybody's seen this. It's the windproof plasma arc lighter.
I bought one of those.
Yeah, I've added some reflective tape on there in case it gets dropped because it's a camouflage colour.
Yeah.
So if you drop that in the leaves, you've had it. Now, getting back to what we use to supplement the 10-litre pack. I mean, this is a mentality question, really. The survivalist mentality will always have a first line kit on him in some type of container. Now, this is mine. Again, I've added Ivy's tape on it, which reflects torchlight, so if it gets dropped, it's easily found. I'll have to put the camera down while I open this and show the contents.
That's fantastic. That torch, that really is, and that sharpener. Yeah, I got mine off of eBay, and they're all very, very good. I don't think there's a particular trade name that I think Dave will back me up on this. You can get from. I think
we've opened this container. As you can see in the top, we've got a ton of 550 paracord, which again, Google it. It's a million uses.
Oh yeah.
And we have a howler whistle, a really loud whistle that doesn't have a P in it. Right? Because a whistle with a P in it, if you start blowing in it and you're in sub-zero temperatures, the condensation will freeze the P and it won't make any noise. So this is why this is a military issue howler whistle. It doesn't require a P in it. These cost next to nothing, massively valuable in case you have to attract attention to yourself or, you know, weighs nothing, costs almost nothing. And then this is the Victorinox Ranger Swiss Army knife. Again, I've added reflective tape to this in case it gets dropped. This just does everything imaginable. So you can Google them. I'm not going to
get Boy Scouts out of horses' hooves.
Yeah, exactly. And these are, forget the brand name of these, but this is like wax paper. It comes on a big roll, and it's like really thin.
Yeah.
But you can fluff it up, you can scrape it with a blade, and this will take a spark from the ferrocerium rod, and it's a flame extender, and it won't go out in the wet. So you can just break as many pieces of that as you want. It goes in your wallet, it'll go anywhere. And there's a really limited, tiny amount of plasters for minor cuts and things in there as well. Anybody who operates a knife shouldn't ever cut themselves. The trick to it is get your knife sharp enough to shave with, and then it's a lot safer because you dare cut yourself.
Yeah.
These are from Pound Shop.
Yeah.
Right. This is a refillable lighter and a torch.
Yeah.
For 33 pence.
Yeah.
Blimey.
Can't go
wrong. And this, because it's blue, right? This is hang on.
Yeah.
It's I'm trying to find that e-vike thing. Here it is. Because this is blue, it will massively charge these e-vike things up because it's a step similar to an ultraviolet frequency.
Yeah.
So in a couple of seconds, we're charged up again on the e-vike just with a 33p lighter.
Amazing.
That is brilliant. I already thought of that e-light.
Yeah.
That's marvellous.
That's on my list.
Yeah.
This here is another howler whistle, but this one has a ferrocerium rod down one side, and the end comes out, and the end is a striker.
Oh yeah.
And it's a whistle and a fire starter. So again, more redundancy for the whistle. This is your second whistle in case you lose your other one, and it's a howler one. It doesn't need a P, and it's really loud. So that's some more backup and redundancy there. Here's a ridiculously cheap sewing kit.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, it explains itself. Here, water sterilising tablets. A bunch of these Aquamira water sterilising tablets in case you need to sterilise water.
Yeah. They leave a bit of a taste, but it's better putting up with that.
It's better than dying.
Yeah, it is.
They used to be Camden tablets, didn't they? I think
they're all toxic, but in a last ditch thing.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot to mention that when I first started with the 10-litre pack video tonight, I said I had one of these nylon fold-up shopping bags. Now this covers the bottle; it takes up no room, and it stops anybody passers by seeing this bottle stuck out and thinking, "What the hell's that?" So and when you've took it off, it's a foraging bag. So if you're gathering any wild edibles or grabbing dead animals out your snares, you've got a bag to carry them in without dirtying any of your pockets and things. So this is another multi-use item.
Well, there's a nylon bag, is it?
Yeah, just a nylon £1.25 fold-up shopping bag. Takes up no room at all.
Yeah.
You can fold it up. I'm just folding it up now.
Yeah.
Where'd you get them, Dave? Are they in Poundland or somewhere like that?
Yeah, I got this from Age UK charity shop.
Oh,
I mean, look at that. I mean, that's a full shopping bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's far more durable than a plastic bag.
Yeah.
Because it's made out of nylon, sil nylon. This here, this blue thing, is a window scraper from a car breakdown kit. A de-icing scraper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, yes, it does work as a de-icing scraper, but I've also found out that if you get a really sharp knife and take tiny shavings off, or get a file and take tiny shavings off, it bursts into flames with a ferrocerium rod spark. The shavings are flammable.
Wow.
I discovered that just because I'm an idiot.
I didn't know
because
that.
I thought I'd give it a go, because I know guitar plectrums do the same thing.
Yeah.
And plastic tent pegs do as well. So I thought, I wonder if that does. Yeah, it does. So that's another form of Tinder. Obviously, there's things that aren't in here because it's only a 10-litre pack, but that's what we're stuck with, because this is what I did the video on, and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
I mean, let's think of a situation that you would need that. And my personal view is I think they're going to have fake whatever contamination.
Yeah, because you never know when this is going to happen.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to take it to the woods pretty quick.
Yeah, this is the mentality behind it, why I've done it. And I've purposefully included a lot of items that don't need any skill to operate. Like we've got a lighter where you just press a button. We've got matches where you just strike them.
Yeah.
You know, anybody can do that. Obviously, I've got my equipment that enables every kind of primitive fire, starting from my own point of view as well.
Yeah.
You know, like this. I mean, probably a lot of people wouldn't be very successful without training on this.
Yeah.
Because the bow drill is quite hard to do.
Yeah.
And it's based on wood selection, and it's based on a lot of criteria regarding what shape you carve the divot for the drill and things, and also what diameter the drill is, what diameter it is halfway down, what diameter it is at the fireboard end. There's a lot to it, so I've included that just because everybody's kit's going to be different. My skill set will differ from other people's, so. You know, you could maybe, if you haven't got a clue how to do anything like this, you could maybe leave this out. You know, and if you don't know how to find chaga, fungus, and other tinders, or if you're not that keen on trying to produce char cloth with a canteen cup or a boot polish tin or whatever, tobacco tin, then you maybe think this might be not much use to you. But I think these things are worth learning. But I think time is short, so I've included a lot of items here where you don't need any skill whatsoever. And just to put things into price perspective, this fantastic item here, and it truly does a world of things. These are only £39. Right?
Yeah.
These are £20.
Yeah. Well,
and these pliers here, right, are a world better than any Leatherman pliers.
Yeah.
These are Canipex pliers. They're the best money can buy. So 39, 59, you got 59 quid there, and then you've got another 20 quid here.
Yeah.
So that's 79 quid, and then 38 quid here.
Yeah.
So £109, right? And you've got heavy duty bolt cutters. And when I say heavy duty, these are heavy duty.
Yeah.
Just because they're small, don't think that they can't do the job, because they can. They'll cut any metal that you can fit between them jaws.
Yeah.
And if you look at the price of the top Leatherman at 160 quid, the Leatherman Surge.
Yeah, they are.
All these tools, these pliers are superior to the Leatherman pliers. There's no way in the world any Leatherman wire cutters will perform like these. No. It's never going to happen, right?
Good, but not that good.
And the capacity of these goes without saying, and particularly these are recommended in my my PDF that I downloaded called "Where There Is No Dentist."
Yeah.
So off-grid dentistry. These are perfect. These are absolutely perfect for dentistry.
Yeah.
But I mean, I accept that it's going to take, a lot of pain to tempt somebody into shoving these in their mouth and ripping one of their back teeth out. Obviously, that's going to be uncomfortable in my estimation. But needs must. I mean, that's right. Absolutely beautiful piece of engineering.
I can see that. It really is, and also it's cheaper than that Leatherman because
all these things put together massively outperform every tool on any Leatherman multi-tool. They massively outperform them all, right? Yeah. And they're not as dear. Now the only disadvantage is the size and weight, right?
Yeah.
But all these have been included in a pencil case.
Yeah.
I mean, who can't carry that in a rucksack or even in your jacket pocket?
Mm.
So I think these multi-tools are a gimmick.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think they've got a lot of tools on, but the pliers are a compromise, and they're never going to ever live up to Canipex pliers. I don't care who they think they are. It's never going to happen.
I agree with you there. I think on these multi-tools,
they have a lot of tools, and they're all inferior to their single tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you there. They become very weak after a while with when they're folding them out and things like that. But
I'm actually looking into adding a Klein stubby multi-bit screwdriver to this, to have a full complement of screwdrivers.
Yeah. They're the ones where they go in the heads go in the handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking into that, but it's going to take me a while to evaluate which is the best bang for your buck.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a cheapskate. Nobody who's a cheapskate buys Canipex Pliers. It's as simple as that.
Well, I agree with you.
I demand top quality.
Yeah. There's a question from V. He wants to know, it says, please ask Dave if there's a red spectrum E-light so it doesn't wash out your night sight. Thank you. It means for the glow.
That's a good point. And I actually, hang on, I'll try and find it.
I'm trying to find it.
Hold on a moment.
Is it down the bottom, Deb?
Yeah, it's not far from the bottom. It's in capitals.
He is absolutely correct about the red light. Now, from a budget point of view, I've actually got somewhere. I don't know where it's gone now. I'm going to have to apologise if I can't find it.
No, it's fine.
But I've actually got a really tiny red backlight for a bicycle.
Ah, right, yeah.
And I did have that somewhere, but I'm going to have to confess that I've actually left it out the pack. So, contrary to popular belief, I'm not perfect. Yeah, but he's absolutely correct, and it just reminds me what I saw the first time I appeared on this show. How knowledgeable the viewers are that you've got on here. So, he's absolutely right about using a red light in order not to wipe out your night vision capability. Having said that, I did have. I don't know if I've still got it. I'll just have a look in my wallet now. Sorry for putting the camera down. Here we are. This is it. Right. This was my my go on this. This was my take on it. Right. I'll get the camera back up.
Ah, filter light. Yeah.
Right. So what we'll do is. If I can find my wind up torch, I'll just give it a couple of winds. I'm sorry about putting the camera down. I can't wind the torch up and hold the camera.
Don't worry. But because when you think of the situation,
right,
I think
there you go.
Very useful in future situations.
There you go.
Secure it with
a red filter for the wind up light to preserve night vision. I knew I had something in my wallet for it.
Secure it with a bit of bicycle inner tube. Be sorted.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So there's your red light for.
Brilliant.
You can see it works perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's right to point that out. And I did have a standalone red light, which was a pound shop one.
Yeah.
But this is the next best thing because it packs totally flat. It's like red cellophane.
Yes.
I'll just put the camera down while I pack this away again. Sorry about that.
That's interesting. There's one here from Sebastian Moran.
Yeah.
I have a drink safe. It chlorinates the water. I'll have a word with Dave about that. A little bit later. That's interesting. That is interesting.
I wouldn't have thought it had done that. It'd just have had like a filter thing in it. I don't know how they work really, but
we've got a lot of questions here, and we'll have an advert break in a few moments. So, adverts coming up.
Well, if anybody's got any questions about anything, then I'm happy to answer them all because I know about all this kit because I put it together.
Right, but those Dutch stainless steel drill flops.
This is heavy duty.
Heavy duty. They're brilliant, and they're not that much. They're not very expensive. I think about $7 or $8.
No, I mean, to be fair, the roll top rim here, right? I see as a bit of a disadvantage because the British military issue 58 pattern cup, right? The 58 Canteen cup actually has a flared bare edge that just flares out like a trumpet edge, and because of that, you can actually use it to dig holes. So you could dig worms up and things with it, whereas this is all blunt. You won't be able to do it. But this is my the only downfall of this. I've actually got the 58 pattern cup, but it's in the entire Crusader cook set system that is too big to feature on tonight's presentation. But I could do something on there another time if people are interested in it.
Because I think that it would be a situation where they're going to move an area and you've got to leg it pretty quick and go to another area.
Yeah, well, this is why the 10-litre pack works, because it's small. It's not like my 100-litre Bergen. I mean, try running with that full up with your Arctic sleeping bag and everything in it. You know, it's not funny. So what I've done is a pared down version for people who maybe not used to carrying a big rucksack. And I've just thought that, you know, if any of the viewers can get any ideas out of this. I mean, the main thing I would say to people is get the best quality things you can get, because you buy once, cry once. You might say, oh, a little pair of needle nose pliers like that. How much? 23 quid? You must be joking. I've seen them on Amazon for £4.99. Yeah. Yeah, wait while you grab something hard with them and they turn into a banana.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right there. And I tell you, you've got the same philosophy as me, Dave. Always have backup.
Yeah.
Always double up.
This is what this is all built on.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, as I was saying, my philosophy in life has always been to always have a backup, because it's surprising, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you might notice people might be. Sorry about that. People might be saying, "Oh, where's his mini fishing kit and things?" But I've purposely left that out. I mean, I've got one. I've shown it on a previous show. Lives in like a little Tic Tac tin. But this cordage here has got 7 strands down the middle of it, and each one of them strands is a 4 braid, right? Yeah. And when you pull it out, it'll do £5 fishing line.
Yeah.
And you know, you can with the file out the Swiss Army knife and the needle nose pliers, you can fashion various size fish hooks with ring pulls off cans, and they work really well.
That's interesting.
Ring pulls off beer cans, because we're talking about most people are in an urban or semi-urban environment, so you're going to be able to find beer cans and pop cans all over the place.
Yeah,
you know, this is not based on all this kit is not designed as a wilderness survival kit. It's urban. This is why we've included the pliers, bolt croppers, things to where we can manipulate wire or get in and out of places.
Yeah.
Yes. Because we probably herded into an area where they got wire mesh fencing.
Yeah, well, the heavy gauge. I mean, when my son was in jail, I noticed the heavy gauge wire that was really close together. It's like tiny oblongs. When we went to see him, it's like got tiny oblongs. And this is designed so that the wire is very, very strong. It's really hard wire. It's like tempered wire. Yeah. And the beauty of these is because they're not giant bolt croppers and they're very slim profile at the end, right? These will fit, and we'll be able to snip the vertical portions of them if you had to break somebody out of a FEMA camp or break in to help somebody out.
Yeah.
So, and they will do it. It's not. There's no effort involved. These will go through it like butter.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a pair similar, but of a different make, a cheap make, and they're crap. My one is.
I can absolutely assure you that Canipex is the world leader in pliers and screwdrivers and things like this.
Yeah.
They're brilliant. I wonder, are they Canadian or something, Canipex? I don't know. Not sure.
Oh, what?
I think are they Canadian, Dave? I can't
German.
remember. German.
German firm.
Yes, because it's funny when you showed that Poncho, American one. I've got a German.
Yeah, here it is.
It doesn't fold up as small as that. It's a bloody great thing. And it's
well, I've got the dark green British 58 pattern Poncho, and it's really, really heavy duty. But like you correctly pointed out, it doesn't fold up like this one. Now you can't get these. I had to individually import this from the factory.
Yeah,
really.
I phoned them up. I put international calling on my phone and says I've got to have one of these ponchos. I want it sending to England. Now that's why it was 185 quid.
Wow.
Because I know what the best is, and I have to have the best, and that's how it is.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic.
You've got to do it
You'll
right.
see that it's digital camo.
Yes.
grey and cream digital camo, so it'll work in an urban as well as a woodland environment. And the bag that it's in, strangely enough, is the multi-terrain pattern British current issue camo, because it's the stuff sack for the Basher, the latest issue Basher, and it fits it perfectly. So I've used that. I have got the Basher that goes in it, but I've got another stuff sack for it, so I've robbed it for this because I love it.
Absolutely brilliant.
That is brilliant. Also, I don't know whether you like this.
Hang on. I'm sorry about this. I've put the camera down again. I don't know if the viewer's still in there that was asking us about the red light, but I found it. I knew I had one.
Yeah.
Here it is, look. See it?
Oh, I see. Bite one.
Yeah. Ah, yes.
That's the red light.
Yeah. That's a dinky little thing.
Oh, yeah, I got one of those on my push bike.
Yeah.
Really small.
It's like a little UFO.
Yeah.
You can hang it around your neck. Look, you can put some string through it and have it hung around your neck. I could have it on the paste beads string.
Yeah, you could. Amazing.
There's a map reading light.
Yeah.
So there it is. Yeah, I knew I had one. I wasn't making it up.
Excellent.
See, what I find is that German army surplus holds its price, but Austrian is cheaper.
Yeah.
And it's just as good.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of Austrian stuff as well. But that is absolutely fantastic kit, and you would need to use all of that and learn how to use it.
Yeah, you would.
I think that that's what they're going to do. They're going to put us in equivalent of FEMA camps and things like that. Thinking
we're not putting me in there.
No.
If I am in there, I won't be there when they come round to do the head count in the morning. I can absolutely assure you.
Yes. And again, everything in there is legal, isn't it? You can
it is. This is why I've got this, because it's a slip joint knife. There's no locking mechanism on it. Yeah. Right, this is perfectly lawful to carry because it's got under a 3-inch blade and it's a non-locking slip joint knife. Right, the ones that's got the pliers built in, the Leatherman ones, they've got locking blades on, and you can carry them, but if you get caught, you've got to come up with something. Or they'll take it off you. No, it's perfectly legal to carry a pair of pliers about, or a pair of bolt croppers and a span or water pump pliers. Obviously, if you was walking around an industrial estate at 1 o'clock in the morning with a balaclava on, and you had these in your pockets, then you probably wouldn't be able to say that you've got a lawful reason to carry it.
No.
But just walking about with it in your rucksack, going to the shop and things like that, you're never going to get stopped and searched. And if you do, you just say, "Oh yeah, officer, I'm actually mad. I'm mad. I think the world's going to end, and I carry this survival kit around with me all the time. I've gone nuts a while ago." That's all you say to them. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm just nuts.
Yeah. Then they'll let you go.
Oh yes. But it's surprising how quickly things change. Look what happened 2 years ago, and I won't go into specific details. One day we had freedom, the next day we didn't.
Yeah.
That's it. Bang. Within 24 hours.
Quick as that.
So I think something like that, a bag like that on the side, which you could just grab.
I have this as well. I have this.
I've got some of that,
It's not got the back tuck off it. I just thought to myself, if you was marching down a road in the middle of the night trying to get to somewhere, you could stick this, peel it off and stick it on your backpack so that you won't get run over.
Yes. It's brilliant, that stuff.
Yes. That is absolutely brilliant.
I've got a roll of silver.
That really is. And that one is what gets me.
This light bulb, it's like an everlasting light bulb. You can have light enough to read by. Say you was in a bivvy bag. You was in the bivvy bag and you was going to read a map or something like that, or read some instructions or whatever you want, right? You use your O light for literally 4 seconds. So you're using 4 seconds out your battery, and then you've got solid light for 8 hours.
I know.
I mean, if that's not a no-brainer, I don't know what is.
I know it's e-Vike, whatever, but what's its actual title? Is it like a permanent glow stick or everlasting?
Yeah, permanent everlasting glow stick.
Right. I was looking for it earlier and I couldn't find it.
It's made out of solid plastic, so it's not. You can't. Yeah. It's not going to break. There's no note to leak out of it. It's all solid.
Now,
got these flakes of luminous material inside it. But
yeah, it's brilliant. Is that? I love it.
That is.
Yeah, I love it as well.
We got some questions in chat, Dave. You ready for the old questions?
Absolutely, yeah, no problem.
Or should we go for an advert break? What do you think?
Have an advert break, and then you can compile all the questions, and I'll try and get through them.
Yeah.
Righto. So where are we going to go now? Hang on, I've lost myself. We've got... Right, we're going for advert break now. An opinion can only be formed by looking at the evidence. Nowadays, information is overwhelmingly corrupted by corporate and agenda interests that often relies upon mass ignorance to survive. John Hamer is a best-selling author who cuts through the jungle of lies to bring you thoroughly researched information. His books are obtainable from his website, allthews.falsificationofhistory.co.uk, or Amazon, or if you wish to contact him, he can be contacted on jch120752@gmail.com. Thank you.
Hello. Are you partial to something a little different? Do you like to give the two-finger salute to mainstream media? Then look no further than Fockham Hall Radio. With its charming mix of information and lots of archive footage, it really is a treat for the senses. You will surely exclaim, "Well, butter my crumpets," when you peruse all that Fockham Hall has to offer. So, just pop along, quick sticks, to www.fockhamhallradio.com. You'll be assured of a super spiffing time, and as we like to say, Fockham Hall.
Hello, if you think that people who go to therapy cabins are like this, or like this, then you're going to be very disappointed. Why not meet normal people and go along to meet Joe Lanza, who runs the joestherapycabin.co.uk. Her telephone number is 07367 281033. She does crystal healing, chakra balance, Reiki, distant healing, aromatherapy and essential oils, and magic mists. She helps with anxiety, grief, depression, headaches and migraine, stressful events and work-related stress, trauma, dementia and insomnia. Thank you very much. Hello, if you don't want to meet people like this, dressed in leotards and acting strangely, or if you don't want people that do things like this, then why not go along to Yoga Hearts. You can see the website just here, advertised at the bottom of the page, for jolly nice people, or telephone 07463 021 512. And remember to tell Vicky, who runs the class, where you saw this advert. Thank you very much.
Oh, we're all
You saw a face come around.
Right. Can you hear me?
Yes, Dave, we can hear you.
Look at it. Actually, Dave, I want to promote this.
Hear me all the way through the bag presentation.
Sorry?
Have you been able to hear me all the way through the bag presentation?
Yeah.
Because I just flicked off the while the adverts was on, and I noticed that the mic was
Off again. He's put it off.
No, we definitely heard you.
the mic that was coloured in red, so I had this horrendous fear moment where I thought I've been talking to myself for an hour.
No, we heard
definitely
everything.
heard you. And
All right, that's good then.
This piece of shit, which Sebastian Moran bought one as well. It's a Polish backpack. And
what does it smell, Chris?
There it is. And when you read the read up of it, best quality No, shit quality. Apparently Sebastian's one ripped, and the smell inside, well, I described it a little earlier, it's a sort of
Piss.
smelly with a hint of soiled nappy. They've been in storage.
That is lovely.
In the NATO pact, if we'd have actually had war with the NATO pact, the Polish army with backpacks like that, I don't think that survived very long. It's awful. But when you saw the read up, you'd think it's the highest quality.
Yeah.
Both Sebastian and I got full bite and bolted. We got done.
Yeah.
But anyway, and when you put it on your back, it's the most uncomfortable backpack. It's horrible.
So really, it's not a good all-rounder, is it?
No. And you can imagine the poor sods in the Polish army trying lumping around with that.
Yeah. They won't have many friends.
Should we go into the questions? We've got a load more questions here. Now, this is one for you, Dave. Apparently, Sebastian said, I have a drink safe. It chlorinates the water.
Not good.
Do anything about that?
I've never heard of the well, it can't chlorinate the water. I don't know what he's been doing. I mean, what water is he using?
The drink safe's oh, he's gone again.
He's
the
gone.
Drink safe's the straw, isn't it? The straw thing.
Yeah, that's what's one of these, isn't it? It's this gizmo, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's gone, and he's gone. Has he gone to the lavvy or something? I don't know.
Where he's gone.
Oh, he's back again.
I apologise.
That's all right. I thought you'd been to the lavvy, you know.
I don't know what to say. Just apologise. You know, I'm a numpty as far as tech goes.
Oh, don't you worry. Doing fine. Now we got here. What we got? We got my son. This is Yorkshire Rose in Canada.
We're trying to find out what water source he's using. The guy who claimed that the Drink Safe Systems water straw was chlorinating the water because there is no chlorine in here. All they've got in is coconut husk char, bone char, and hollow fibre.
Right.
There is no chlorinating element in there. Now I can only assume, right, that he's using tap water, yeah. And the reason why it looks like the can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Don't worry.
The reason why it looks like the Drink Safe Systems water straw is chlorinating his water is probably, in fact, I think definitely, down to the fact that it removes that many chemicals out the water that it accentuates the chlorine flavour that's already in the water.
Yeah.
By rights, it should remove chlorine, which it will remove chlorine, but a little known fact, which not that many people know about, is they don't use chlorine anymore to chlorinate the water in Britain. It's chloramine.
Oh, chlorinate.
It's chloramine, right? And this binds at a molecular level to the water and can't be removed unless you have a really hardcore charcoal filter, which there ain't enough charcoal in these to remove all the chlorine as well as all the other contaminant that's in there. It is a field expedient filter, this.
Right.
And there's a much bigger filter in the chlorocantil, which I demonstrated earlier on, which is it's laid about somewhere. No, it's here. There's a much bigger filter in this. I just don't even know what's happened to it. Sorry about that. But again, the Berkey filter is absolutely massive. So I'm assuming that can take it all out, because I put all my tap water through the Berkey filter, and there's no chlorine, and I can't understand why that's happened to this viewer.
Now that's interesting. I'll find out about that. Now it says that is interesting, because we all know Sebastian. He's going to be a moderator one day. Yeah. So now my son, this is Yorkshire Rose, is allergic to all nuts. I think all of us are, aren't we? Especially the ones with the mask. Anyway, But salted pumpkin and sunflower seeds would be an option.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, because they've got protein, haven't they?
Yes.
Have.
We got this here. We got, what is it? I've got one of
Yeah,
those.
I mean, if you're allergic to the peanuts, all you have to do is use the peanuts to catch squirrels.
Yeah.
And then you eat the squirrels.
That's right. As long as they don't eat the peanuts.
Or you eat the rats, or you eat the fish. There's lots of things. There it is. It's here.
Oh,
See
yeah.
how much larger the filter is
Yeah.
in the Drink Safe Systems
The lid. Yeah.
Explorer lid
Yeah.
compared to this.
The straw. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic item, by the way. I've actually spoke to the owner of the firm on a number of occasions. He answers the phone himself when you ring him up.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, he's a really, really clever biologist and water engineer. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
Very clever bloke, which is why I buy his products, because he knows what he's doing.
Excellent.
We got here. I got one of those, said the cross-dressing actress to the bishop. Now we got here Sebastian Moran. Lighter arc USB, Dave. Don't leave home without one or two. Oh yes, that's that lighter arc.
Arc lighter,
Brilliant,
yeah.
that was.
Plasma arc lighter.
Yes, and we got here
Lighting six.
Paul's. Dan MC says for grotting zombies.
That's
An
that
idea.
saw.
Yes.
Oh, the Commando wire saw.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your little saw in your tin.
I like that a lot. I really do.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah. And what I like about it is it fits in that.
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty good.
I mean, how does it get any better than that? That's
No,
it. That's like a 3 foot wood saw.
Yeah, in a
Again,
little tin.
Amazon or eBay. Those saws I've seen quite.
Yeah, watch out for the dirt cheap one. Don't get the $4.99 ones.
Right.
You want to be looking for the ones that have got metal swivel bearings on the end.
On the end, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
that's a good tip. That is. And we got here. Is that on paracord? I don't know, but you put an answer.
I can't remember which.
Use paracord for all these things. Paracord is brilliant stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's 7-strand paracord. Here it is.
Yeah.
This is the 550 paracord, the genuine article.
Yeah.
Right, we got here. Now, this is an interesting one. Would any of you resort to cannibalism if in a survival situation and had no other food? Yes.
I find the inclusion of the word resort absolutely hilarious.
No resort about it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm your
funny.
local MP. Has anybody ever seen the film Femrock? That was a French film made in 1968 by students, and it was a.
I wouldn't recommend Googling anything like that.
No.
Yeah. It was the scene where the policeman, a bloke turns cannibalistic, and he kind of like gendarmes. It was a French film. You see this copper posing in front of the mirror before he goes out, and suddenly you hear boom, and you see two legs just dragging under a car.
But I mean, the way I see it is, it's just a completely practical outlook.
Yeah.
If we're in a position where there is no law, where there's no more structure of law or anything like that, then I can absolutely assure you that the easiest protein to catch and the easiest fat to catch has got 2 legs. You know, it's really simple. Have you seen a squirrel run?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can just get. I mean, you can get a person to come towards you, just holding a bottle of water out or a bottle of beer, you know, and then you just whip your switchblade out and chop their liver off. That's it. Boom.
Come here, nice person.
What about MP on a roast?
Yeah, I don't know if any of the viewers know. On a serious note regarding eating animals, you can't eat the liver of any canine animal.
No, you can't.
You can't eat dog's liver, wolf's liver, fox liver. You can't eat sea lion's liver, walrus liver, anything with canine teeth, don't eat its liver because you will die.
Yeah, full of toxins.
I didn't know that.
You will die. Well, it's like a massively concentrated vitamin D poisoning, and even a mouthful will do you in. Can't eat seal's liver.
Well,
So if you see a seal hanging about on the beach, one of these stranded seals, yeah. If you decide to knock it on the head while you're walking past and take it home, right? Don't eat the liver.
Fair dues.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So
I'm going to come across one of them on North Yorkshire Mars.
I'll be straight with you. I'm on this 22-hour diet at the moment, and shall we say the dog next door is looking very tasty.
Yeah, that's right. When you've been on that diet 3 months, the dog will be looking at you and thinking, "Ooh, a talking bone."
I tell you, so it's bloody difficult. And on my birthday, forgive me, Dave, I did sin. I actually had a scoff. Right.
Why not, mate? The whole idea of the diet is having a scoff every 22 hours. Right,
22 hours.
I think we've.
Can't wait for bloody 22.
But I don't know if we've inadvertently neglected your schedule here. We're supposed to be talking about blood pressure and fasting and some other things after my bag debacle.
Right. Oh, we could do it another week. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's no problem. As long as you're not. I don't want you getting annoyed, mate.
I don't get annoyed. No, this is all fun. And the other thing, John Hamer was going to talk about sun cream, and I could do an impersonation of John Hamer, but it's not very good, and I don't know what he knows about. So he's not here at the moment. Don't worry. Then we got here Kim. Evening all. Sorry I missed the first 10 minutes. I will catch up. You're forgiven because you came with my birthday presents and a card. So you're forgiven this week. No lines. You must have been shocked to see a bleeding scruffy sod like me answering it all.
Just dragged himself out of bed.
That's right. Louise Wilcox. I wish I could pack so much in one bag. Then hubby wouldn't instantly realise I've overspent on the shopping. Now we've got some answers to questions here. Now what we got here? We got what's this? I think Sebastian talking about cannibalism. Rob, who is going to really answer that? We would hope that it never comes to that, and having the right equipment, it should not happen.
Well, for Dave, he's not catching squirrels.
I mean, local politician, be enough to go around for all the whole family, wouldn't it? It's true.
Squirrels are very, very easy to harvest. Squirrels are really easy to harvest. I know the fasten things, but there's a device called a Squirrel Pole,
right?
And a squirrel is lazy. That's their Achilles heel. And if you find a tree that squirrels are running up and down, right, then you get a fallen branch, maybe 6 or 7 foot long, and put it up at an angle of like 45 degrees, leaning on the tree. Strap it to the tree. Yeah, you can then put wire or string snares all the way up that pole, because the squirrel is that lazy that it walks up and they go, oh, look, that's not vertical. I can use less energy running up there and still get up the tree. So they run up, stick their head through the noose, and then hang themselves, right? And they're that daft that the others turn up and go running up the thing to see what's happened. And you end up with like a proper big squirrel line all hanging up.
Nice.
You can get like 8 or 9 of them.
Yeah, but my neighbour's lazier, and it's easier to eat him than it is to eat the squirrel. So I am joking.
And squirrel is very lean. It's like a cross between kind of cat and rat in flavour. It's like very lean and dark meat.
What about the liver? Can you eat the liver on a squirrel?
I wouldn't recommend it. You can, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'd avoid liver. If you've got all the muscle meat, why would you bother with the liver? I mean, you can do, as far as I'm aware, they haven't got canine teeth, so that's the only rule I know. I'm by no means an expert on what animals' parts you can or can't eat, even though I was a butcher for nearly 20 years and worked in a slaughterhouse. I do know that what you can and can't eat on cows and sheep and things.
Yeah.
But squirrels, brilliant item.
I love how Dave said that squirrels' Achilles heel is the fact that they're a bit. What is it? What did you say?
They're lazy. Well, if they can avoid running up a vertical tree, they'll choose a slanted ramp up that same tree every time, right? And that is what is called a squirrel pole. You can Google it.
No, I'm all right.
Squirrel pole. You can put as many wire snares as you can fit on there, and you'll get a squirrel in every one.
No.
Whoa.
They're all hung up in a big line, swinging.
Smashing.
Do you hear about the 3 cannibals? Did you hear about the 3 cannibals? Yeah, one died, and they're both 2 blokes. The one's left said, "Shame to waste him, innit?" He said, "Yeah, it is, isn't it?" Well, how are we going to share his body bits out? So one said, "Well, I lived in Liverpool and supported Hartlepool Football Club, so I'll have the liver and the heart." And the other one said, "Well, I came from Cockfosters and supported Arsenal, but I don't feel very hungry at the moment."
The old ones are the best, aren't they?
Yeah, the old ones are the best ones.
Yeah.
Now we've got Sebastian here. The countryside is teeming with different food sources, and if trained and prepared, one can survive in the harshest of situations.
Yeah, I'd agree
Yes,
with that.
but a prison officer can be very tasty.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm joking. Right. Now, what's this going to be? Well, my next question was going to be, which bit would you eat first if you wouldn't do it? Yes, I think there's a joke coming up there, but I better not. Now, it's just here, Sebastian again.
I said bum cheeks.
I know people that have survived in incredible situations, and thankfully, some of it, not all, has rubbed off. That's good, isn't it?
Just if you were hard enough. Louise
says Dave's really sussed with the shit hit the extractor fan kit, isn't he? Yes.
Yeah, but I do like it. I think it might be a mental illness.
Nah,
I don't know.
Preparedness.
But the way I see it is, better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Have it, yeah.
I agree with you there, because quite honestly, I mean, to tell you what, I bought myself because I always buy myself a present each year for my birthday. I bought myself a fold-up bike.
Well,
I've only got 4 bikes, and it cost me a lot of money, 40 quid. And I saw it on eBay, and a bloke only lived around the corner.
Right.
So, it's pretty good actually. It says here, "I'll email you, Chris, for the list, and you can forward it to Dave."
Yeah.
Okay, righto. And we've done that question there.
What list is he sending to me?
No, he wants you to send him.
All right, yeah.
Sorry, she wants you to send her the list.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem. I'll send a list of what we've shown tonight. Or...
Yeah.
Right.
Where you got it from?
Yes. Yeah. And V. McCrinnan says, "I'm getting a bike light." That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now it says here, I've got an itchy nose tonight. I think it's his hay fever season.
I'm a bit sneezing.
I've been sneezing like anything. Anyway, I've got quite a few red bike lights. I won't put them in your window. I won't moan at the kids anymore when they break the little bits. So I was only joking here, Louise. Little bits that hold them on the bike. Now I know they repurpose. That's right. Yes, that's right. And we got here, what we got? Louise again. "I was well chuffed this weekend. I got a wind-up Tilly lamp for £3 at the booty, and it also has a built-in compass. My last one cost me a damn sight more than that without a compass."
Yeah.
You're like me. I like to get a good bargain.
I love a bargain.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't rely on any utility lamp compasses. I wouldn't rely on anything that's got a compass added onto it, particularly if it works from a dynamo, because of the magnetic field that you generate while you're winding it.
Oh yeah,
It could interfere with the accuracy of a compass. So just be warned about magnetic fields and compasses.
Oh.
Although I like the idea of the wind-up lamp, I wouldn't rely on the compass.
Right.
Always get a standalone compass.
Good point.
There's a good one here from V. McCrinnan. Bottom of a beer can can be used as a solar parabolic lens.
That's correct.
What for?
To start fires. What it is the dint in the bottom of a beer can, right?
Yeah.
That bowl is a parabolic reflector if you polish it up really highly, like a mirror.
Right, yeah.
And it'll have a fixed focal length. And if you aim it towards the sun, you get whatever tinder you're trying to ignite and move it slowly towards it until it reaches that sweet spot. And then it bursts into flames. But you have to polish it so that you can literally see your face in it.
It's quite a
laborious job. Field expedient polish. One of the best ones is chocolate. If you've got, say you thought, oh, I'm a prepper, I'll have a bar of chocolate in my rucksack.
Yeah.
A block of chocolate you can use as a really effective fine grinding paste to achieve this parabolic reflector on a beer can.
Oh,
the viewers correctly pointed this out, and it's a very, very good summertime fire starter.
Right. Wow.
That is brilliant. Now we've got one here. Paul Johnson. Morning all. I was in New Zealand, isn't he?
Yeah, my mate Paul, yep.
Hello, Paul. Hello, New Zealand. How's Vinny Eastwood these days? Vinny Eastwood show. He's been booted off of YouTube, I think. He's on BitChute now. There we go. And,
does the guy who's in New Zealand feel in any way upside down?
He'll be right. He'll be having a coffee.
If not, I think the next question is, why is that?
No jokes about sheep as well.
No.
And, no, nothing about.
I've already done that once quite a while ago and got away with
it. Right, there it says Sharon Blakely. I bought the book, The Falsification of History. That's by author John.
Good choice.
One of the best purchases I've ever made. A brilliant and eye-opening read. Yes. So John enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That's it. Now we got here. That says here. Louise Wilcox. Hi, Paul. I'm hoping we're in different time zones and I'm not hallucinating because it's just got dark here.
Yeah.
Bloody pitch black outside where I am.
And Chris's light's going to go off any minute, so we'll be all right.
Good day, Louise. That's a bit Australian, that, isn't it? New Zealand, matey. I won't tell you about the. I used to work with Australians, and many years ago, we're all full of Australians in this country, believe it or not, in England.
Right.
And I very quickly, I was driving home. This contract was quite a sort of very. We used to work late on it, but it was only old dosh, And I was driving home one night. I probably said this story before, and it was about November or February, miserable night. I just wanted something to keep me awake. So I put the radio on. It's the usual old crap. There's nothing to listen to. And suddenly, I think it was one of these agony aunts. This was in the 80s, and he said, "Yes." And I was driving along, and the bloke said, "Oh, hello, I have a problem." "Yes, dear, you can tell me. I've had this now." Before I say what he says, it's the answer that shocked me. "I've had a relationship, yes, with an Alsatian," and she said, "It's okay, it's perfectly natural." I always went in the back of a bus. Well, that actually played on my subconscious, because that night I was thinking, am I going a bit funny? Did I actually hear it? You know, surely some. I mean, perhaps you should have recommended the Battersea Dogs Home to him or something like that. You know. Anyway, when I got to work next morning, I started when I was thinking, bloody hell, you know, it's played on my mind a bit because one of the Australians said, "Hey, bros, did you hear that pom last night? I'm shagging an old safe." And this was their words. They said, "Christ, we got New Zealand sheep shaggers, and now we've got bleeding pommy shagging dogs." So all day I said, "Oi, Pom," that's what I was called. "Oi, Pom, there's a nice poodle outside for you." I've never forgotten that though. But can't remember her name because she's dead now. I think it wasn't Claire Rain. It was a real weird.
Marjorie Proops.
Wasn't Marjorie Proops? No, it was
Deirdre. Can't remember her name.
She used to go on LBC.
Oh, Miriam Stoppard.
No, like her. There's another one.
She invented Viagra.
Did she?
Yeah, Miriam Stoppard.
I fell for that one.
That's a good minute.
Slowing the old age.
A mate of mine couldn't stand her. I can't say because she said women should eat their afterbirth.
Oh, don't even go there.
No, don't go there.
I think next thing she'd be saying, "You eat your shit" or something. I don't know. Now we got here, Louise. Sorry if I just put you off your breakfast if you live in New Zealand, but you probably turned off after that joke about sheep shagging. So, Louise Wilcox had massive amounts of fluoride in our water. Ooh,
yeah,
you've got fluoride. Get a zero water,
well.
and they filter out the fluoride. So there we
horrible.
Go. Yes. Now the pH here in Norfolk is 9 now. Well, the piss in our water, I think, comes from Birmingham. There's a sign up in the loo, isn't there? Do your best as Birmingham needs water. No to the cannibalism. This is Louise Wilcox. While there is my cellar, there is a plant growth. Yeah. I'll kill someone to survive, but I couldn't eat the bugger. Well, if it's your local MP, I mean, I think they're going to do experiments on MP.
Told you there's too much gristle.
Yes, and plenty of bullshit in there as well.
Yeah.
Now it says here. It says, any point, Sebastian Brown. Many diseases connected to cannibalism. Like in Papua New Guinea, was it Kori? Is it Kuru? That's it. With chips. Yeah. Because they equals brains and things, don't they? You know. So,
not good.
Lovely. Washed down, you know. We're talking about foods now. It says here, I get deer, ducks, squirrels, pigeons, pheasants, and grouse in my garden. No meat shortage here, if necessary.
You've got a real ladder there.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I don't know if I've already mentioned this or not, but I'll reply to Louise Wilcox on this pheasants and grouse item that she's got roaming about. There's a really efficient way of catching ground fowl like pheasants and grouse when they're walking about on the, just on the ground. All you need is a long hair, a really long hair, and a peanut.
Right.
And what you'll do is you have a few peanuts and you'll put them in a line where the pheasants are walking about. And say if you had hair like Deb, who's got long hair, right? Yeah. You'd cut a couple of hairs out at the root, or just pull them out so you've got like a good foot of hair, just one hair, right? And then you'd like maybe chew one of the peanuts up, and then squash it into a paste and put it halfway down the hair,
right?
And leave it in the line of other peanuts, right? So the fowl walks along. Pheasants and grouse both do this. I hadn't tried it on Well, I've tried it on a chicken as well. But the
Right.
things that peck the ground with sharp beaks, ducks won't do it. You can't do it with ducks. But I know it works on pheasants and grouse. They'll walk along and eat the nuts in a line, and when they get to the one with the air through, they can't see the air because their eyes are on the side of their head.
Yeah.
So they just see food. They're dumb. They're a bit they're stupid like squirrels. And what you do is they'll grab the nut with the air through, right? And they don't understand what it is, and they'll just literally batter themselves to death on surrounding trees, trying to shake the whatever they think they've got in their back of the beak. It drives them absolutely nuts, and they'll run round in circles and batter themselves. And then when they start doing this, you'll just walk up and clout them with a big stick.
Fantastic.
That's good, isn't it?
And then you've got a pheasant. You've got a pheasant. So if Louise Wilcox has got pheasants in her garden, all she needs is like some berries or currants or nut to put halfway down a long hair. And if you haven't got a long hair, right, you can get like you can delaminate your shoelaces and to get a fine fibre out that's a foot long, or you can, worst case scenario, you can harvest really micro thin cordage out of nettle stalk, right? And if you can get it micro thin, you can use that as a substitute for the hair. And if you put that through the bait in a long line of legit bait that they eat safely, when they get to the one with the hair in, they just knock fuck out themselves.
Right.
Now
they just headbang themselves to death. They can't fly. They can't take off. They'll lose all orientation and they just run about battering themselves. And then you can just walk up and clout them with whatever's there.
Now, this could seriously, if you're starving, that could save your life, couldn't it? Really?
Oh, that's an absolute lifesaver.
Yeah.
And now B. McCrinnan says, "Tell them about cattail carbs round lakes, Dave." Don't know anything about that.
Cattail carbs round lakes, but cattails. Some people call them bulrushes.
Oh,
they have a large root system under the water. And if you go under the water, you can pull the root stock up, and there's a big multi-stalk tuber on the bottom of them that they all grow out of, and this is straight up carbohydrate.
Right.
The root that they grow out of, which all the bulrushes or the cattails grow out of, the root that's under the water has been used as a source of carbohydrate since caveman times. And you can either chew it to release the starch, or you can pound it between two logs and release the starch. And obviously you've got some knowledgeable viewers. He knows quite a bit about various things. Yeah, he's a good bloke.
And we got here Clive Grabham says vitamin A the problem, not vitamin D with polar bears, etc.
All right.
That's right. Yeah, sorry about that. I apologise for that error. As we've seen on several occasions, I'm nowhere near perfect. But I do know that regardless of the actual reasoning behind it, you can't eat canine liver. That's the main message I was trying to get across.
Yeah.
I got the toxin wrong, so I apologise for that. And it's a legit criticism. I accept that criticism and I'll apologise.
Oh, don't worry, we'll make mistakes. That's why they put erasers on the end of pencils, isn't it? But do you know how to catch a polar bear in a survival situation? Do you know anybody know how to catch it? See what you do? You drill a hole in the ice and you put peas around the side of the hole. And when the polar bear comes for a pee, you kick him in the ice hole. Anyway, that's
oh God!
All right, yeah. It's weird because I was trying to work that out. I'd actually fell for that. I was trying to work out. I was thinking, I can't think of anything apart from a rifle.
It is true. Squirrels are truly stupid. I've seen one literally walk under the tree wheels of a car that had slowed down to let it pass. Yeah, they're not exactly, you know.
They always look like they're running and getting nowhere.
Yeah.
Bless them.
Now, this is Yorkshire Rose. Can you tell Shannon, thank you for the recommendation of MSM. I have do you know what that is?
Fibromyalgia.
And chronic fatigue syndrome. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Yorkshire, Deb. And from the first capsule, it has made a big difference. Bless you. Oh, isn't that lovely?
Yeah, it is.
And Shannon's just up from, no, she's just down from you. She's in California, isn't she?
Yes, California.
California.
Louise Wilcox has pointed out a good technique for eating hedgehogs. Just cover them in clay.
Where are we? He's gone.
We've lost his feed.
I think you cover them in clay. I'm trying to find it. Where is it? Can you see it?
Yeah, third one up from the bottom.
One up.
Yeah, from the bottom.
Right. We've got that one. No one's perfect. Don't set me. That's it. I used to be conceited, but now I'm absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
What's this? Thanks, Dave. My hair is about 3.
There we go.
Right. Oh, I see it. I'm sitting at my back door, and a hedgehog just waltzes by my
victim mode
on an open fire. Take the spines out. Yes, that could be a prickly situation, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Slightly.
Now, Dave was right about vitamin D in canines, but it's vitamin A in
ursines.
Bears.
Yeah.
Because it's only humans and bears, I think, that get tooth decay because we eat honey. So I don't know how true it is, but that's what I heard. Oh, he's back again. Hello, Dave.
The internet's gone down. The internet went down in John's, so I'm on mobile internet now.
Right.
So I ain't on broadband anymore, but it doesn't matter because I've got 300 gig of internet.
Right.
You're all right there. Well, actually, we're up to 2 hours. It's gone fast. We was going to talk about your weekend, and then we was going to go on to a diet that I'm on at the moment. And as I said, I'm so hungry. As I was saying, the pet dog around the corner is looking very roast. No, seriously, it's brilliant. And we're going to be very careful about this. But I personally think, I don't know how you feel about this, Dave. Do you think that'd be for another show?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't think we've got enough time to do it justice, to be fair, because it's quite an involved subject.
Yeah, it is. Good subject.
What about your weekend?
What?
You was going to talk about your weekend, wasn't you?
Yeah, let's hear about that weekend.
I was going to say,
go ahead.
It's not very long, but yesterday I attended the OLM conference in Hull. It's all Outer Limits magazine by Chris Evers. It's basically UFOs and stuff like that. They have guest speakers all weekend. And it was absolutely brilliant. I wish I'd have gone for the 2 days now. It was just amazing. One speaker after another telling us their stories, and but they did cover like a bit of paranormal stuff as well, which was good. So poltergeist in Scotland, that'd be quite a good subject to cover. It's really loads and loads of witnesses to that. Really interesting stuff. But yeah,
right, that's very interesting because John went for lunch with one of Shannon Rowan's friends.
Right.
Shannon from California.
Yeah.
He's got a friend over here who she thought I'd like to meet John. Yeah. They went out for lunch with this person, and they was revealing that this person is a retired bigwig in the UN.
Right.
And has quite high up knowledge about world geopolitics and various agendas.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really want to go on in massive detail about it because John might want to talk about it at some point.
Yeah.
But it's extremely disturbing about the new phone towers and what the true purpose is. You know, the ones that are not 2G or 3G or 4G.
I think we're talking about
the next one up.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
And
I think that we've surmised for a long while that the true purpose of the Large Hadron Collider is nothing to do with Muppets in white coats watching invisible shit crashing into each other, right?
Yeah.
It's not. And the trillions that it costs to build, nobody has put that money in so that scientists can watch high-speed particles hitting each other, right? And there's been a lot of information out that it's kind of altering the vibrational frequency in that particular area to allow interdimensional beings into this realm here. And these numbered communication towers are allegedly, now get ready for this, are allegedly adjusting the vibrational frequency of human consciousness in order to make humans vulnerable to being possessed by interdimensional beings.
I've heard something similar.
Right.
Well,
as in demonic possession. And this person maintains, remember, this person's been in the UN and had a full career high up in the UN.
Yeah.
Maintains that all world leaders are actually possessed by interdimensional beings. And this is why they've all got one common purpose.
Yeah.
Common purpose. That's a well-known charity in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
charity.
You're right there. That brings us smoothly on. That's right, charity. I don't give anything to charity, but this brings me smoothly on to what's happening next week, because we're talking about frequencies and how they affect us with Shannon from America. And I was thinking, Dave, what we was going to talk about tonight, would that be okay the week after next? You
decide what's happening, mate. It's your show.
Well, if you're free, mate, you know, the week after next will be perfect. We can slot you in there. And also, what I forgot to mention is on the 24th, which is a Wednesday, I'll be speaking to Dawn and Dave, who wrote a book called, I have to be careful what I say here, What Makes You Tom and Dick, but that's not the correct title, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And What Really Makes You Tom and Dick. And obviously, I can't do it on YouTube because it'd be banned. So what we're actually going to do is record it, and I'll be announcing on YouTube beforehand, doing a live broadcast at the same time, possibly on Twitch, maybe on Telegram or Twitter or something where, although Twitter, I don't know whether it'd be banned from there, but Twitch, we might be able to do it on. So if you want to put some questions in and ask Dave and Dawn, then you could do it. Again, it won't be on here because of obvious reasons, but it will be, the show will be put on afterwards. The recording will be put on my BitChute channel.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we better round it off now because well, thanks, Dave, for coming on, and you've really gone to a lot of effort tonight, and it really is appreciated. And
I've tried to include everything that people might want to get some ideas from. Yeah. And you know, hopefully it's helped people, because I believe that we're going to be in a position at some point in the future where this kind of shit is going to be needed.
Yeah.
I agree with you. 100% agree with you. And it'll happen overnight. It won't happen slowly. It'll happen within 24 hours. Yeah. So I think it'd be wise to have a bag. I mean, the amount of thought and effort you put into that, I really raise my hat to you. That is.
Well, it's not really much effort because it's my entire existence. This is all I do.
Well, you've certainly gone to a lot of effort for the viewers tonight and for us, and I do appreciate that a lot. And I think you need a bag like this made up ready so you can grab it at a moment's notice.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, me personally, I wouldn't call this a bug out bag. Although you could see how, I mean, I could do with this. I could bug out with this. But in reality, if you want an I'm never coming home bag, then you need something to sleep in, on, and under included in this, which means it's not fitting in that. Not fitting in that. You need a huge Bergen.
Yes.
So, my Bergen of choice is the Berghaus Crusader.
Yeah.
It's actually as strong as the military issue one, but lighter and better build quality. Berghaus Crusader.
Is that 30 litre, Dave?
No, it's 90 litre main compartment and 2 20 litre rocket pouches, so 110 litres. But you don't want to be overloading that because it gets too heavy to pick up. So the main compartment, the 90 litre one, is a modular sleep system consisting of a Gore-Tex permeable membrane bivy bag surrounding, say, the Corinthia Survival One sleeping bag and a liner.
Right.
And this takes up 80 litres on its own. It's massive bulk, but not much weight. And then you can devote the rocket pouches and the other ancillary pouches towards this kind of equipment here.
Wow.
So you add this in, but you have it winterized so that you can exist all year off grid. And obviously you'd include wire as opposed to these cordage strands for some proper snare building, multiple snares, etc., etc. And that's a whole new show. That's a show of its own. So the I'm never coming home bag is a massive subject.
Yeah.
It is. And also, I think that, you know, those of us that have that knowledge will survive. Those that don't won't survive.
Yeah. And we'll eat them.
I will eat them. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for coming.
Thank you.
Show. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Deb. Thank you for everybody.
Thanks to all the viewers for tuning in, and I really genuinely hope that I've helped somebody. And don't forget, you can order the Freedom Heater by emailing John Hamer. They're still available.
That's right. Hang on a minute. Whoa, hang on a minute. Sorry, hang on, mate.
Hang on.
Hang on. You go onto that website. It is falsificationofhistory.co.uk. And sorry, John. Dave. Carry on. This is his Gmail account.
You email John Hamer, and you can order the Freedom Heater, which has now been fully tuned in, and everybody who's got one's been given the new instructions of how to maximize the heat output, and it's the performance is far outstripped anything that I thought was possible since one of our buyers has modded it with the pound coin under the front.
Yeah,
staggering mod.
Yeah.
And also look at last week's show, because you actually had it on there, and there will be an advert coming on soon, and I'm going to buy one soon. I bought the fuel first and the heater. Going to buy the heater after. It's a bit of a weird way of doing it, but that's it.
No.
And
thank
you, everyone.
Yes,
and remember, same place, same time next week, 8 o'clock live. And remember to ding that bell. Put the thumbs up. Please put your thumbs up, because it does help, with YouTube and that. And also, whatever happens, have a laugh.
Yeah.
Good night.
Night, everyone.